Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to topic 18. In this topic, we're going to be seeing how to render a section. So for this, I'm going to quickly go ahead and click on File, Open, and from my PDF for Photoshop, which we have provided to y'all, we're going to be going ahead and opening up the section.pdf over here, and I'll just go ahead and click OK or Open. And as you can see, the resolution is set to 300 pixel by inches. We'll change this to CMYK, as well as the bit to 16. We will never touch the width and the height. As I told you all, that is presetted when we set our scale in AutoCAD. So let's just go ahead and press OK. Now, as soon as we press OK, we will see that our section has opened up in front of us. Now, essentially, a section is a cut area of a building, so we can actually see the interiors of the building. Now for this, I'm going to press Ctrl H so our grid goes away. And the first thing that we always did, even in the elevation or the first floor plan or the ground floor plan, is we created a new layer. We selected the white color and Alt and backspace to fill that layer up with the whole color. So I've not selected any area. I'm repeating this again. I have not selected any area, but I have directly pressed Alt and backspace so it fills it with white color. Now we can rename this as background, and I can rename this one as the main layer, and we can easily put the background behind the main layer. And what that will essentially do is we will now be able to see our drawing much more clear. Now, as you can see, there are certain beams, and for all of you who know what beams are, that's great. And for all of you who don't, well, beams are essentially these rectangles over here. Now, we can have those on a different layer, or we can have that as well as the walls and the slab on the same layer. So I'll be doing that. I'll be putting up all of these on the same layer, except for the beam. We will have the beam in a different layer. As you can see, I'm putting the slabs and the walls otherwise on the same layer. So I've selected the slabs and the walls, and I'll go ahead and create a new layer, and we'll essentially just give that as black color like that. Alright, so we have quickly gone ahead and created that much over here. Now I can press Ctrl D. I can now go ahead and select all the beams over here. Just like that, and I'll create a new layer, and let me just go ahead and fill in, let's say, dark gray color, as you can see. So that's basically what I've done. Now before we go ahead and create any more renders, let me just explain to you what this section is and what all is there over here. As you can see, this is our bedroom, as well as this will be our bedroom, and over here we can see that we have the kitchen as well as the stairs which go up. This would be the informal living room on the first floor. This 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be doors. These are of course your windows, as well as a glass door which enters into the backyard, and this itself is another room. And you can see I have forgotten to actually place this wall into our basically our layer 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to easily use the wand tool to first select this wall. Now I will click on my layer, and I will press Ctrl and backspace. And now what you must understand, what I've done right now is, even though something was not on the particular layer, you have now understood how to add that into that layer. So this might have been a question that you might be facing, and you can easily solve it like this. Now, as you guys can see over here, this is supposed to have a walk-in wardrobe, as well as this area over here is supposed to not have this line on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go and open up the ground floor plan which we have rendered. So I'll just click on File and Open. I'll go up to the I'll quickly go up to the PSD over here, and I'll open up the ground floor plan, and I'll open this up. So as you can see, I've quickly opened up the ground floor plan, And now let's have a look at what all goes into this plan. You can see we have the bedroom and we have the living room. So imagine that we have cut our entire building from somewhere over here, right? So as you guys can see that this particular line, we are going to be able to see this opening into the walk-in closet over here. We're going to be able to see this door as well, and if this door over here is open, we'll be able to see that as well. And now when I switch back to my section, you guys would be able to understand that a little bit more clearer, that we have the door opening into the bedroom, we have the door of the toilet. So obviously this line over here is mistaken and it's wrong. Over here we are supposed to have an opening, but there is just a line going all the way till the top. So let's now go ahead and quickly learn how to basically create these openings or solve these mistakes which are there in our CAD drawing. So for this, of course, we're going to go and alter the main layer, because the main layer is where all these mistakes will be. And we can just zoom in. And now I want to first go ahead and remove this line. So I'll use the marquee tool and make a box selection over this particular line like this. And I can press delete. And that would essentially just delete it from the main layer. I can go ahead and press Ctrl D. And when we zoom back out, you can see how that gets solved up. Now let's go over here quickly. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to go ahead and create a marquee tool selection. But from this point, right, I'm going to create it all the way to this area over here. Now what I'm doing essentially is I'm using this top area, which is basically called our lintel level, and I'm going to mark it with the lintel level of my opening. So this would basically be the opening, and all of this would basically essentially come up to become a wall. So once I've marked this area, I can go ahead and create a new layer, and let's just go ahead and fill in light gray color into that space. So we know that is going to be our opening, and now we know that we don't really need this line. So I'm just going to use my marquee tool again to actually mark this whole line till here. I'll just zoom in over here and kind of mark this as well. You can scroll up and go here, mark this as well. And I can go into the main layer and I can just press the delete button and press Ctrl D. So you can see over here that we don't have any particular line. So this is something that we have gone ahead and created. Now this is light gray, but I'll be showing you how to tone it out later. The reason I have used light gray and not white is because this white and this white would have then merged. So I just want you guys to go ahead and complete this much. I believe this is good enough for this topic, and I'll see you guys in the next topic where we'll be getting into the detailed rendering of this section. So all the best guys, and do complete off this much, and I'll see you guys in the next section. Take care.